see, not me. So, all right. So, because the cameras have to say that every single time. All right. So, quick review of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I know everybody loves the Kardashians, so you can't wait to hear what the latest is on the Kardashians.
Okay.
And with Kanye acting a fool, I know you want to know what's going on with them.
Okay.
Even though this was filmed, yeah, this was filmed a while back.
Okay.
But it's funny when you watch stuff now and you see things happening now and you see how they recorded it back then. It kind of explains some stuff. But anyway,
okay.
So it starts off with Chris. Remember I told you she had to have hip surgery. So they start off with her in the operating room and she's having hip surgery.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, it was horrible the way
One of my coworkers.
they use they sound like they working on a car. Like they using hammers and all kind of stuff, banging on it, and oh, it's horrible.
That's a major skeletal part of your body.
Yeah. So they were showing that, and then Kim was in the waiting room, and Corey.
How long was that? Was it a long time?
I don't know. They didn't say how long, but she was in there, and Kim was waiting for her. And Kim is saying the same thing she said with Kendall. She's the mom of the family, so she's there to take care of her mom and make sure everything is fine.
Have to help her when she go do rehab.
Well, I'll tell you what happens after that.
Okay.
All right. So then they goes to the Kardashians. They sitting around talking about death. And Khloe, you're not in the film. Khloe is talking about, they all talking about they want to be cremated or buried. I keep telling y'all I want to be cremated.
I know.
And Chris,
you don't want no open casket or no casket.
And she said our family is weird. We talk about death all the time and how we want to be buried and all this other stuff and our funeral and what we want to look like. And Khloe said if I'm in a what you call it
casket.
No, when you in a coma, I still want my nails and my hair done and everything.
You know what?
She said because people have to visit me.
That's just wrong.
Where I'm the opposite. Remember, I told you I don't want to be in a.
He wants to pull the plug.
Yeah, I'm a plug person. I don't. Why do I want to be?
Or don't even allow you to stay on it.
Yeah, I don't want to be on life support. But we talk about it too, though. I notice our family talks about that a lot too.
When you got a power of attorney for your health and stuff, you want to know what the plan is.
Right. So then Kylie, well, Chris wants to be cremated, but Kylie's not going to let her be cremated. So like I told you with y'all, I want to be cremated, but it's going to be whatever y'all want.
Dead and gone, it don't matter.
So they was talking about buying their burial plots, and they was saying it's so many kids now that they got to buy a whole memorial place now. And so they
have their own probably cemetery.
Well, Kylie was saying that we shouldn't do that. We should just cut it off at a certain number when we get to a certain generation. And then and Chris said, so it's kind of like when you're trying to get into a club, any Kardashian or whatever after a certain time can't get in. They don't. It's like a red. So they being funny about it. And then Khloe said, well, what if they build like a Disneyland on top of our 100 years later, whatever, they knock all that stuff down.
It doesn't matter.
So then Chris said, well, we'll hunt them. And then she said, can you imagine being hunted by the Kardashian family? And I started laughing.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine being hunted by that family? Oh my God. Oh.
For some people, that's eternal hell.
Oh, that'd be eternal hell. So Chris started laughing about that.
Okay.
So they talked about that. I told you I like the Kardashians. Even though I know that everybody don't like them and whatever, I like them. I think it's their entertainment. And they know what part should be entertainment and what part not to be.
They know what to put out there.
And I watch subtle movements. If you watch them, you see subtle things. When somebody starts saying something that they like, that's off camera. They don't say it. They'll just kind of make a subtle movement, and then a person will stop talking and change the subject and go to something else.
You noticed that happen?
I noticed that.
What? Anything specific you remember?
Well, the last thing is, I was gonna get to it, but the Black China trial.
Yeah.
And Chris was talking about how she has to go to the trial, and Black China suing them and all this other stuff.
Right.
And then Khloe said, well, you got to go to the whatever when you have it before the court.
Okay.
Deposition.
Okay.
And Chris gave her kind of a look. And then Khloe said, oh, we're not supposed to talk about the deposition? Because, Khloe talk about everything. So I just thought that was, they always do that.
Okay.
They do that.
Wow. Okay.
Or Kim does it a lot.
Okay.
She'll do a look or a face, and they'll change the subject.
Because
Like,
sometimes things can legally be okay. You can't talk
right, right,
about.
right.
Right. Okay.
So then we go to Kylie and Kendall. You know, Kendall is boring, and Kylie's boring too. The Jenners are boring.
Yeah.
The Jenner side is boring.
Their dad was.
That's why. No, I don't know. Was he boring? I guess he
To
is.
me, he was.
Yeah,
He's exciting now.
Yeah, yeah. As what's his name
As
now?
a female.
I can't remember.
No.
It started with his K too.
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, Kylie and Kendall are talking, and Kylie's talking about she's depressed, having a baby. That postpartum.
Isn't it funny how his female name is a K?
Yeah, they all
like
kept.
His daughters was K.
Yeah, they all kept with that.
Okay.
So Kendall keeps talking about she's depressed, kind of the postpartum depression after you have a baby, but she's starting to feel better, and she likes her body, even though it's sagging or whatever. She likes it. And then Kylie's saying that, and Kendall is saying she has to go to Vegas during the Grammys thing for some party, and she wants Kylie to go with her. And then she says yes, they'll go. They was gonna all go, and it'll help Kylie feel better. And Kendall hates being in the public. Kendall's a private person.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. So then we go to Chloe with her friend Malika. Malika comes over. You know, the two black girls, twins. Malika comes over, and she tries to talk Chloe into going to Miami with Kim. Kim has to go to Miami to do her Skims bikinis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she wants Chloe to go with her and to get Chloe out the house.
Okay.
So Chloe starts to reminisce about when she was in Miami in her wild days, and how she used to party all the time. Because if y'all remember Fat Chloe, Fat Chloe partied all the time.
Okay.
Fat Chloe got drunk and fell out on the floor.
Did a lot of crazy
Fat
stuff.
Chloe, everybody liked Fat Chloe. You know, they don't like skinny Chloe. They like Fat Chloe. See, everybody likes a fat girl. You notice that?
She's fun.
Nobody ever gets intimidated by fat girls. They always, and in every movie, the fat girl is the friend.
Yeah.
They always have the fat girl.
She's not a threat.
She's not a threat. See,
she'll make us laugh.
She'll make us laugh, and she's funny, and all the world loves a clown.
Okay.
And a fat girl.
She can point at the good restaurants to eat at.
Because I never got, when I hear people talk about, oh, girls hated me in school, and I used to get looks, and girls would talk about me. I was like, they didn't do that.
For a little bit.
Not for me.
As you got older, but no, when you were younger, they did.
Well, when I was young, I wasn't fat. I wasn't fat. See, the minute you turn fat, everybody loves you, unless you're a mean fat person.
Right.
But that was Fat Chloe.
Wow.
So she remembers all the time she had in Miami, and she enjoyed it, and she loved it, and whatever. And so she decided, maybe I'll go and get that old Chloe back, because she's so depressed with Tristan. All right, so then she talk her into that. Then we get on the plane. Kylie has a plane. Now we know Kim has a plane.
Come on now.
Kylie has a plane.
She's the one with that makeup line and stuff.
Yeah. Remember, Kylie's a billionaire too. Yeah, both of them are billionaires. Little billionaires running around. You know, that's why when I hear Kanye talk about it, I'm like, shut up.
On their own plane.
Right. Wow. On their own plane. So then Kendall gets on Kylie's plane. Kylie doesn't want to come. So she changed her mind. She says, I have 2 kids now. I don't want to go to Las Vegas. So Justin Bieber's wife come, Hailey Bieber.
Okay.
And, she's been in the news lately when she talked about Kanye, and he told Justin to get your wife, so I have to talk about her. Okay. And then Justin came back and said, don't you not come talk about her. He came back and took her for his wife. So they're friends.
That's how you should.
Well, Kendall and Hailey are friends. So Hailey got on the plane to go.
Okay.
So now they're going to Las Vegas. All right. And Kylie doesn't go. So then we talk about Kim. Then they go to Kim's plane. Kim's going to Miami with Chloe and Malika and her group of friends.
They had their own plane.
Not one
nice
plane
though. For the Kardashian family.
No, each one has their own plane, and it's nice. And remember, Kim don't like shoes on her plane, so they all have to wear those shoes that Kim likes them to wear. Remember that she didn't want the spray tan from Kendall on there. Her plane is white. Everything is white. It's like her house. If you look at her house, it's all white. But anyway, so that's her plane. They go there, they get on there, and they're getting ready to go, and they're mad because of the paparazzi. The whole show was them complaining about the media and the paparazzi and how people make up stories about them.
Were they like all the cameras were there?
Every place they went, they complained about the paparazzi. Even when they was by themselves, they complained about the paparazzi. Even Chloe said, I don't want to go. There's a part of me that don't want to go to Miami because I know the paparazzi going to be there.
How would they do without the paparazzi?
Thank you. And talking about how they talk about them and negative.
It's social media only. You showing yourself.
Yeah.
You kind of need the paparazzi because they keep us updated on what's going on. You can control how far they come to you.
And they also plant stories.
Yeah.
So don't complain about the paparazzi and the media when you interact with them and give them information.
You're using them for what you want.
We don't hear a paparazzi chasing Denzel Washington down.
Thank you.
If anything, the last time we saw Denzel Washington, he was helping some homeless man, and some guy took a picture, was filming it.
Oh, okay.
And so, there's Denzel Washington over there.
And caught him doing something and just happened to have the camera going.
Exactly. So
y'all need the paparazzi.
You need the paparazzi.
Y'all need them.
So it's a love-hate relationship that they have with them. They don't like when they there and stepping on their feet and banging on the car.
And they would.
Right. But then they also would die if they didn't show up.
Exactly.
So don't go back and forth with you don't like the pop. You trade that in to have your $1 billion plane. And both of y'all got planes. And both of y'all. If you don't want the paparazzi, you don't have to come out. Period. You don't see them following Rob around. Nobody follows Rob around. So nobody follow Kendall too.
Or understand if they follow him, just go on and get in your.
But Kendall, nobody bothered Kendall until she became a producer on this show, and she wants a storyline. So they gonna follow
now
you in.
You want them to because you
quit
need
complaining.
That storyline to be built.
Yeah, and then of course Courtney is staying away from everybody because she's with Travis.
Okay.
And that's that whole thing. I'll tell you the end of that. But anyway, Chris comes home and she's good. She walking on her walker, but she's actually recovering fast for somebody who just had a hip replacement.
Okay.
And she's working out with her guy that works her out.
And stuff.
And her doctor comes to visit her. Now, and when you love for your doctor to come to visit you at home.
To your house. What do you
to be that rich.
If you're famous like that, though, you don't want to cause a stir at the hospital.
Right.
So it makes sense.
So her doctor comes to see her. Hey, Wendy. There's Wendy on there. Hey, Wendy. We talking about the Kardashians. We know y'all don't care about the Kardashians.
There are some hospitals, though, that they shut down part of the ward for that famous person to still get their treatment there or whatever that's happening. Because they can't bring all the equipment to the house. Right. So it depends on.
He was just coming to check on her.
Yeah, and that's an easy come to the house.
Yes.
Well, there have been at my place where I got my chemo.
Right.
Patrick Swayze.
You're not supposed to say that, are you?
Yeah, he's dead now. He's passed away.
Oh.
He's passed away.
I was going to say, isn't that HIPAA?
He had his.
You naming people who was at the cancer treatment
I wouldn't
center.
Do that now. Yeah, that's
I forgot he is dead now.
Yeah, he passed away with pancreatic cancer.
Oh, he did.
And they closed part of the wing down for him when he came. So people wouldn't. Nobody knew he was there.
And we won't say names, but there was other people that we saw. You saw, even friends or whatever, family members that was at the cancer treatment center. People, and nobody knew.
Yeah. So
see, people don't like you to know. Some people don't want you to know that.
That's right. They want to keep it private.
They want to keep it
their
private.
Health and their mental health, even if they're at a rehab for drugs.
They don't want you to know. Okay. That's where some of the best book deals and movie deals and record deals can happen. I heard at these facilities. Okay, so
she's doing better.
She's doing better.
She's healing quicker.
Her doctor is there, and she's not taking her pain medicine. And so the doctor's like, "You're not taking."
They offer her the marijuana, the medical.
I don't know, but she says she can't take it because she's signing too many contracts. Okay. Y'all gotta remember, Chris is running his empire.
Yeah.
She keep trying to pretend like she's not, but she is.
Okay.
Or she's leaning into it. If she's not, because everybody keeps calling her this big monster, she's using this season to make it seem like she's making all the moves happen. I don't know with them. You could go either way with the Kardashians.
Okay.
They either lean into the lie, or they'll try to come and say it's a lie and try to move away from it. You don't know with them.
Okay.
Because she still hasn't said nothing about her having sex with Drake. You notice. You don't know with Chris.
What you think is true?
Yeah, you are waking miracle stage 4. Yes, walking miracle.
Walking miracle.
That's right, Wendy. Stage 4.
Because others had my stage and they didn't live.
And she also talked to them. Mm-hmm. They had people calling her who had colon cancer.
My chaplain buddy.
So she can encourage them. There.
She said, Lenore, I want you to talk to this one. She has the same diagnosis, same treatments, same surgeries, everything. She was a mother of teenagers.
A mother.
And a wife.
A mother, a wife. And you had to encourage her.
I had to encourage her, and
she's no longer.
So my chaplain friend, I always ask her about that. When you encouraging people who have these various cancers and illnesses, how do you encourage somebody who may not live?
You almost like you just gotta live whatever life you got. I guess, right?
Of faith, she always let them know there's a place prepared for you, but what do you want me to pray for?
Exactly.
And they would say, can you pray that my family would be at peace? And she asked them, what do you believe?
Can you imagine knowing you're going to die and you got to be like, okay, so what do I need to do?
Yeah, get things in order.
I would hate that because you got to you want to be around, especially if you got kids.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? So you had to talk to her, and
she was a person of faith, so it made it easier.
And she's gone now.
Yeah,
see, and you're still here. So how do you feel? I always want to ask people that when somebody else is gone and God allowed you to stay. How do you feel now about your life going forward?
At times, at the beginning of it, I would feel kind of sad because I was like, I have the same thing they have and I'm still living. Okay, God, you must have something for me to do. There's got to be a plan and purpose because you're keeping me on this earth a little longer. And I so appreciate it, even though I'm prepared to pass away. Death is hard to talk about, even as Christians.
Yeah.
Sudden death, sudden glory, and whoever believes in eternal with God, you kind of like, Lord, okay, I want to live a little longer because I want to do your will on earth. But I was kind of sad when she died because I felt like, why wasn't it me?
Are you here? That's what I'm saying.
Why not me?
So I always do people feel guilty if they are alive and somebody else is gone, and she had a family, she got kids, and you don't.
I don't have a family.
So why would he let you live?
But I'm not a mom.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you always wonder stuff like that. Like why you let me live and the other person is not here? Wendy said I had breast cancer, radiation for 4 weeks. I encourage someone with your testimony just the other day. Oh, thank you, Wendy.
You are a survivor too. That is so good. It puts you in a place where your faith is like, whoa. If God,
this show is one of the reasons you're here. You don't realize what it influenced you to have over people. I know you do on me. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Wendy.
I spoke my testimony, Wendy, when I was over in Czech Republic, and our church has a church there in the Czech Republic area. And one of the singers that the overseer, he said, I want you to share your testimony. And I didn't realize that my testimony was like people were just crying. And they came up to me and they were like, thank you for sharing. Some of them couldn't even speak English.
A lot of people have cancer too.
Isn't that something? But just the fact that it just made me stronger in my faith with God.
Yep.
Look, I'm ready, Lord. Wherever you take me, even if it's on the other side of glory, I am ready.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you learn to just live your life.
Yeah. How do we get on this?
She said, did you ring the bell?
I got we do it at the Cancer Treatment Center. They give you a leaf and it's on the wall. And they celebrate you. And I'm just 5 years. I'm still fresh. 5 years in remission. But because some people, my sorority sisters, they're 15 years and 20 years, still having the results of the chemos and stuff. But we're just grateful to be alive. So thank you.
Did you ring a bell or no? You just put a leaf up? We didn't ring bells. Oh, y'all put a leaf up.
We put a leaf up. They have a celebration for people after 5 years. They celebrate you and they put your name on this wall in the hospital. They do it that way, but I didn't ring a bell.
Oh, okay.
No.
We got on this because we was talking about Chris recovering from her hip surgery. And I think we was talking about dying and talking about dying, and them the Kardashians have this obsession with talking about
their
death.
Own cemetery probably,
and being secret and private about things in their life and not things that they want to be open.
The paparazzi to
See, we would never know if they had it. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what they have.
If a news person gets a hold of it,
then they have to address it. So that was basically it.
Because that is private, the HIPAA laws and
they
stuff.
Went
people are being real careful with
They went to Miami. Kim was doing all her business stuff. Again, this whole season is Kim trying to show how it wasn't it was Kanye, but it was her too that made decisions on things and all kind of stuff. So when he said, I gave the reception area a beautiful picture that said hope on my, what does it say? Hope on my last day. That's sweet.
Oh, how many years, Wendy? How many years are you in remission? She'll pop that up.
Yeah.
Because that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm always open to anyone who has had any type of cancer, any type of illness. I actually did a calendar. I created a calendar, and I just went around to co-workers and friends that I knew who had the struggle. One of my friends, she had 2 kinds of cancers.
She said 4.
4? All right, girlfriend. I had them cover all different kinds of cancers in my calendar. Ovarian.
And you made each one of them a month or something?
They each had their own month.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was a blessing to create that calendar, and the money that I got for selling it went to one of the cancer treatment places or American Cancer Society. So I knew a lot of people with different types of cancer, and it was beautiful to share that.
How do you go from talking about cancer to the Kardashians?
I don't know. Wendy shared her testimony. That's why we thought we.
No, I'm saying this. You can't go back to them because they bobbleheads.
Okay.
I had some, but I was grade 3. Greatest, I had to put my glasses on. Can you read that? Which meant it was moving. Yeah, I can't see, y'all.
Why would you try to read people's comments?
I had stage 0, but I was grade 3, greatest of speed, which meant it was moving fast. Had I not got a mammogram, I would have died fast at home. My doctor said, you dodged a bullet. Yeah, mammogram is big, y'all.
My GI fussed at me. He said I could have died.
But she got a colonoscopy.
He said if you gotten your colonoscopy at the age that everybody was saying,
they would have removed it as polyps. He said it would have
been polyps. I could have easily removed them. He was just saying because that's to say that the polyps wasn't as bad. 2 years later, of course.
Yeah.
I had to see blood in the stool.
Some cancer can be preventable if we do the stuff we supposed to do.
Now she has to have colonoscopies. Yeah. She hates that.
I have one. Yeah, I'm supposed to get mine next month.
Because if a sibling or somebody in the family. Yeah. We only had one person with breast cancer, our aunt.
That was it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was it with our. They ended up going to Miami. Kim was working on her thing with the skim product. And
and Wendy, I saw your dialogue, your monologue. Was it monologue when it's by themselves? That was nice. You're talented. You're very talented.
I have to look at it.
Yeah, Kim has to look at it because I didn't do it. I didn't mark it unread. So Kim thought that was something she saw already. So I'm learning that you look at her emails and mark unread, so she'll know it's fresh. So
all right. So you good with the
I'm done.
All right. So that was Miami, and Chloe was bored in Miami. And she just wanted to
she's not the fat Chloe anymore.
She's not fat Chloe anymore.
I think she's too depressed right now.
But she ended up having a little bit of fun, getting, they went to some club and the club was boring.
Get off of that whole the information, the infidelity.
Right.
She needs to move on with that.
So the whole, like I said, this whole season, Kim is trying to show that she's smart and that she makes intelligent choices and that she chooses.
Get rid of Pete.
Well, not in this. Remember, she with Pete in this.
Oh, all right.
And that she makes the decisions on what her looks are, and it's not anybody telling her. She says what she's the boss.
She's influenced, though.
Yeah,
like most people.
Right.
I mean, nobody may be telling you what to do, but you're influenced. You're looking at things, reading things, following things. So you can't even make us think you wake up and go, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." Look.
So that was it. Then they fly back home, and Chris said they show the previews. And of course, the big thing for next week is Courtney getting married with Travis secretly in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And Kim with Pete, bringing him to their premiere.
With him until they drop.
Right.
They stop.
But if you don't know this, Kim was with Pete last week.
Really?
Allegedly. She went to New York and she snuck out the hotel, and they said she went to Staten Island, and only one person that we know that lives in Staten Island that she would sneak to go see, and that's Pete.
So they saw each
So if anything, it would make sense if she is still seeing him. Don't put that out there. because that would send Kanye over the wall.
He already been acting crazy,
and
he may actually go and hurt
the
him.
media will go crazy.
Yes.
So if they are still
and the
seeing
media
each
may
other,
even use that to feed to him to get him crazy. Sometimes the media wants reactions.
so if they are still seeing each other, it's smart for her to keep it under wraps. So that was it.
Okay.
That was it. It wasn't a really big show with them. They
You
boring.
didn't even talk like him today with your hair. Well, you wasn't feeling it.
She did business, Kim, this
Okay,
this
'cause Kim
episode.
usually grabs her hair. Oh my God.
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
She did business, Kim.
Okay.
This session.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that was it. We had cancer talk. I'm gonna change the thing to the Kardashian / cancer talk. And
this is still Cancer Awareness Month for breast cancer.
Oh, you're right. So this fits in.
So it fits in.
It fits in for us to talk. Get your mammogram. Wendy says she got hers to dodge the bullet. Lenora got a colonoscopy.
It's so funny, Wendy. I was doing the mammograms, or whoever else is listening. I was busy worrying about the chest.
And there was the colon.
And the colon was acting up. See?
And then there's some cancers you just never catch.
No
it's the foods we eat and stuff as I'm slurping on
or it could be hereditary.
As I'm slurping on a Burger King Slurpee.
Because my friend had skin and something else she had.
Anything. So any kind of awareness that you need, get that this week. Whatever you need to get done.
Thank you.
And this month, I mean.
This month.
All right, y'all. And that was it for the Kardashians. And we'll be on our other show, our regular show at 4 o'clock to talk about whatever news is going on right now. All right, y'all.
Which is still Kanye.
I know. I don't want to talk about Kanye.
I know. They talked about him on The View.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later today.